Hello everyone. So today we will look at variables, how variables are stored and what type of variables are available in Julia. Julia gives you both options to statically type variables or dynamically define variables. So here we have a variable 1 which we assign a value, and that's it. It will try to determine its type. So let's see what the type is. It's integer 64 bits. We can also look for its supertypes, so we know how they are derived. So it's a part of the signed integers. So let's look at the subtypes of signed integers. As my system was 64-bit, my earlier variable was 64-bit integer. So now, can I define a variable with lesser bits? Let's try that. So I tried to define variables with integer 16 bits and integer 32 bits, and we'll try to print them to see if they were exactly as we desired. So as you can see now that I was able to define the variables and they were in the specified type that I wanted. Let's look at the print output. So here you are. So now let's see how exactly they are stored in bits. So we have a bit string function which will give us the output of how they are stored. Yep, so we have all 16, 32 and 64-bit variables printed in their binary format. So we have a variable which is float 64, and if you look at super types, it is derived from abstract form of float, right? So abstract float is what we have. And if you look at the subtypes, we will see that we do have 32 bits and 16 bits. So let's define temp2 with a different bit structure. So we have both the types being printed out. So let's try the bit string function as well to look at the bits that were stored. So now you exactly know how the variables are stored for integers and floats. We will also try to explore a different type of variables like Boolean, and let's see for that. Boolean variables are either true or false, 1 or 0. So here we define a Boolean variable. If we check the type of that variable, we would be able to figure out that this is a Boolean variable. If you look at the super types of Boolean, you will notice that it is a part of an integer. So within Boolean, you will find that you have three types: signed, unsigned, and Boolean. So unsigned also you could look at the types. Thank you. Share and like.